Hello witches. I'm doing this video because I recently joined the Facebook group for Runes 101, and we're going to be studying a rune a week, and I thought I would do this video on whether you guys think runes and tarot, which one you like better, and if you think that they can tell you the same stuff. I know that people do similar types of spreads type of thing, that there's different ways you can pull runes to do, like like a life spread, past life, life purpose, and things like that. And you can also do the same thing with tarot. For me, I have much more experience with runes than I do with tarot. I've been reading both. Probably I started around the same time, around like 14. I got my first tarot deck, and around the same age I also got interested in runes because I had a very close friend who had a bag of runes, and he used to always read them for me. And we made our names in runes, and I had a rune that I wore. I wore it for many years, actually. I wore it from the time I was like 14 till I had my first child, which was 21. I think I still have it somewhere too. It finally broke off the chain. That's why I stopped wearing it. But it was the Rune of Strength. I forget what the actual specific name is, but I have this book here that I wanted to show you guys. The runes, their uses in divination and magic. This is a pretty straightforward, pretty good book. It's not very thick. It doesn't go into too much detail, but rather than just the few words that the papers and the printed out things that you can get on runes, this is a little bit more in depth. And it does talk about, different ways to use them and stuff. And I also added in the back the witches' runes, because some people use them in combination. I have the old traditional, the oldest, and I think it's still the most popular version. The classic version. But yeah, some people put the witches' runes with them and use it in combination. Other people just use the witches' runes because they're a little bit more simple, I think, because they have the specific runes for woman versus man, for the crossroads, romance, harvest. What else? Hopes, dreams, destiny. Those ones aren't necessarily in the regular runes. But I don't have a set of witches' runes right now. I'm planning to make some on some wood. I loved some of the pictures that you guys posted on the Facebook. There was a really cool one. I think Sunshine Morning Ray posted. It was these long sticks that were runes. I liked that because it was different. Usually you see the round ones or oval shaped ones. Usually they're on stones or wood, but the stick ones were really cool. It reminded me of, what's that movie with Michelle Pfeiffer? There's 3 witches and a star, Stardust. And if you guys haven't seen that movie, that's an awesome, kind of cheesy movie. It's sort of like a kid kind of movie. It's called Stardust. Claire Danes is in it, and Robert De Niro's in it, and he plays a gay pirate lightning catcher guy, and he's in a pirate ship in the sky. And it's just really funny. He's a cross-dresser, but he's also this tough pirate guy, but he doesn't want his crew to know that he's a cross-dresser, but they find out, and it's just really funny. And there's 3 witches in the movie, and they're chasing the star that's fallen, which is Claire Danes, and they want to stab her heart and eat it, because eating the star's heart keeps them young. So they're really, really old by now, because they don't have any more star heart left. They have like one little piece, and old Michelle Pfeiffer eats it, and she gets like really beautiful. And they like look at her like, you're the beautiful one now, and we're old. And she has to go out and lure Claire Danes in so they can get her heart. It's a really awesome movie if you guys haven't seen it. Like, it's very witchy. So, oh yeah, so anyway, the point I brought that movie up was Michelle Pfeiffer, while she's searching for the star, she has those stick kind of looking runes, and they're the witch's runes because there's only a few of them. And she throws them up, and she keeps consulting them to find out where the star is. So you guys should check that movie out if you haven't seen it. And so anyway, my favorite runes that I have right now are the ones I got from England. They're black river stones. You can see them here. And they have the runes written on them in like silver ink, silver Sharpie. They kind of faded, and I had to redo them a couple times, but they work really well. And I keep them wrapped in an embroidered handkerchief that was my aunt's. So for me, runes are much more easy to read than tarot. And I'm kind of the only person I've ever heard really say that. Most people say tarot is easier. They get much more detail and all of that. I think it has something to do with the fact that I am not a very visual learner. I don't get as many cues, and I'm not able to remember visual things as easy as read facts. I've always been the type of person that when I read something, I retain it a lot easier. I've always been like book smart type of person. Taking tests has always been really just easy for me, almost fun. So I'm really like a very writing oriented type of person. So like I can pull one rune and read like a whole giant thing from it, versus I do a whole tarot spread and it's very difficult for me. I have to like sit there and like use a book and, you know, really try to dig deep to get the meanings.